So, good morning, good afternoon or good evening from wherever you are watching around the world. Welcome to Invictus Racing League. You are joining the Formula 2 Equal Performance League. We are in round 6. We're just coming up to the halfway mark before the summer break. I'm your host and commentator, Energy Dan, and I'll be bringing the action during the weekend as and when it happens. So, as the guys are just coming out for their installation laps, let's just welcome two of our newest racers, Partridge and Lamaro. We have Partridge racing for the Force India, and Lamaro is now racing for Renault. Unfortunately, we don't have Jamie T anymore in this season. His contract ended suddenly, so no more Jamie T. Unfortunately, we've also got two lost souls at the circuit this weekend in the form of Craig, the Flying Scotsman, and Tony Y. They would be having did not start put against their name for today. However, we do have 16 racers at the moment on track, so this is going to be an absolute excellent race. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the tyre strategies at Silverstone. Now, coming on to Silverstone itself, we have got 18 corners, 10 to the right and 8 to the left. So starting from the home straight, we've got the first corner of Abbey. It's a slight right-hander into the turn 2 of Farm Curve, which is a left. Then we come down towards Village. Just before Village of turn 3, we have the DRS detection zone. Sharp right in towards turn 4 of the loop, and then coming round that medium left past Aintree, we get to our first DRS zone. Now this takes us down a medium straight all the way to turn 8, 6, 7 and 8. So the sharp left and sharp right of 6 and 7, and down towards the soft right hand of turn 8. Coming down the what I would call the back straight, we've got a medium to high speed right corner of turn 9, and then we get, of course, the famous Maggots and Beckett of 10, 11, 12 and 13. We've got the second DRS detection zone, 2 of 3 here, and as you come out of turn 14, the nice left, you've got the activation zone for the DRS, so it will open up, coming down the hanger straight, down towards turn 15, and that's where we get to the infamous Vale. You pick up the third DRS activation zone just at Vale, and then as you come around 17, 18 towards the home finish straight, you get the last and final DRS activation zone. So, riding with Vincino at the minute, he's coming down what I would refer to as the old start. So going on to the tyres for Silverstone, guys, we've got 3 available options. You've got the medium softs and the hards. I'm not sure we're going to see much of the softs. I could be wrong. It could go the way that we're not seeing much of the hards, but it's going to be a very difficult race to get those strategies working. It's a very fast circuit. There's a lot of sharp lefts and rights. Now Nick J sets provisional fast lap of 126.894 on the soft, so that is brilliant stuff. And obviously good stuff, obviously only 136 on the soft tyre. So it's as we're coming across the line, guys. So Victor's the next to come over, I believe. So going from the top there, you can see the guys are obviously setting the faster times on the soft tyre. Everyone else has still yet got to put a fast lap in. So yeah, I think good stuff. Must be just having a warm-up lap there because he's under 136. But provisional pole so far at a 126.8 is, I would say, that's quite fast. I was expecting more 127s, 127.4, maybe 128 even, but 126.8, that's brilliant stuff there. So we've got GP1 Alex who's setting his provisional lap of a 128 dead. Then Tynus with a 128.086, and Lamaro, our new driver for today, is setting a 129.1, and then Aaron J Spence with a 129.6 on the hard tyre, and Sir Spud with a 132.3 also on the hard tyre. So just riding on board with Steen here, he's on the soft tyre. it's an awesome circuit at Silverstone. I must admit, I do struggle with Silverstone, especially this part, especially when you get to Maggots and Beckett's. It's easy to see exactly what the guys do coming through Maggots and Beckett's. I personally drop a gear and turn hard to just cover a bit of speed off, and then drop again as you come into Beckett's, and then just try and get that acceleration point. I have seen people brake heavily and then accelerate through the last 3 corners, but we'll soon see in the race, and we'll see what the guys do and how they tackle the infamous Maggots and Beckett's. So Steam crosses with a 127.7, good stuff from him. So I'll be interested to see what Sir Spud does on those hard tyres, and whether he actually keeps those on. Let's go with Humberstone because he's come out on some fresh. Oh no, he's not. He's in the pits. I do apologise. We've got. He's doing. So just riding on board with MJQ. Tackles 10 and 11 and 12 and 13. So I think you'll see a lot of drivers try to take a lot of curb coming through those side corners. So Coopy's on the soft tyre, so I would imagine when he crosses the line on his fast lap, he will be up somewhere around Partridge or Goodson. See, Partridge has finally found his way out of his tree and into his seat, because he's doing a 127.2. He's right up there with the front guys, so well done Partridge. Oh, that looks like it'll just keep these on low fuel. Don't think he's on a fast lap. Humberstone's coming out for his next attempt. He's on some fresh stock. Pretty sure he has aborted this. Yeah, he's definitely aborted that. So I'm going to ride on board with Humberstone and flick to White Fountain because I think they're about to do some hot laps. So Humberstone's sitting up in P2 with a 127.1. Looks like Nick's certainly putting his foot down and stamping his ground at the midway point of the season. He's sitting up with a 126.4. Looking nice and tidy there from Humberstone. No mock-ups at all from him, that looks really sweet. So is anyone going to put pressure on Nick and take away that time? Great stuff from Max getting out of the way there. So Humberstone's up, 127.1. Partridge closely followed with a 127.299. MJ Coops in the 4th position with 127.3, and Good Stuff just behind him with a 127.4. White Fountain also sitting pretty close with a 127.5, and then Steen with a 127.7. We've got Tynus with a 127.9, G2 actually 128, Aaron J. Spence with a 128.9, Lamaro, one of our new drivers for the season, and debut race is a 129.1, and we've got Sir Spud lagging at the back with a 129.8. Now he has done 4 laps on those hard tyres, so I wonder why that is. Maybe he's just familiarised himself with the circuit, but it's 7 minutes, so he's probably going to do an out lap and maybe a couple of fast laps if he has time. So just riding with Gustav, who's on a fast lap. in the Haas. Now Haas are leading in the Constructors' Championship. Just bring those up so we can run through how the standings are at the minute. So Haas leading the championship on 66 points, closely followed by Red Bull in second place with 53 points, Ferrari in third with 53, or tied third should we say. And then we've got the Sauber in fourth with 45, Renault in fifth with 38, McLaren in sixth with 29, Toro Rosso in seventh with 21, Mercedes in eighth with 15, Force India in ninth with 10, and Williams going there, only point this season in 10. So just riding on board with GP1 Alex. Beautiful driving there, just slightly lifting off the accelerator. Let's see what line he takes here. Doesn't downshift from through, stays in 7th and only downshifts once he gets to Beckett. So it'll be interesting to see what other racers do going through there. Of course, what I'm saying is about the guys, it's obvious I will be nowhere near these guys' speed. They've probably got about 2.5 seconds a lap on me. I would have thought GP1 Alex would have had his race time scrubbed there for going so wide to run through Chapel, I believe it was. So on board with Nismat. Getting all kinds of curve there. So it looks like Nismat still staying 7th, he just takes off the throttle and then downshifts sooner than what GP1 Alex did. And Nismat just backed out of that. So we're coming up to the closing stage now, last 5 minutes of this qualifying session. Still got Nick sitting at the top with Humberstone clipping at his heels, GP1 Alex sitting in third with 126, Nismat in fourth with 127.1, White Fountain in fifth with a 127.1 also. Are we going to see this change much? We'll soon see. Looking tidy there for good stuff. He also stays in 7th, but does that off very early through that corner there. So I think this is where you're going to see a lot of the time made up. If people make mistakes coming through Maggots and Beckett and then onward to that second DRS zone, I think a lot of the overtakes are going to be on that back kind of straight. Definitely. It's a very fast circuit in Silverstone. Making mistakes can drop you from serious places. It's not like it's a high technical circuit with heavy braking zones. There are some heavy braking zones, but mistakes will be paid for, I believe, in this race. And now hopefully the guys can keep on the track, keep it clean, and keep the penalties to a minimum. It'd be nice to see the end result being because of driver skill. So most of the guys going for soft tyres. First spud still to come out on any different tyres yet. So just lining with China, who appears to be on a fast lap. And he moves up into 9th with a 127.3. Now I don't think he's going to have time to get back. No, he won't. No, he's way off, so he won't be able to get back fresh tyres on and come back out, but he may carry on going and put 3 laps on his race tyre. It'll be interesting to see if he... Well, it certainly looks like he's putting his foot down there. Looks like he's going for a second fast lap, so he will start on these tyres. So you need to bear in mind that any degradation caused in qualifying does carry over into the race. So Nick's out on some fresh softs as his Humberstone. MJ Coupe will be coming out on some fresh ones as well. He needs to get out the quick though, so he needs to get a fast lap in. So GP1 Alex is coming out as well. Sorry. Looks like he'll have time to cross the line and do a fast lap. Yep, so Nick will as well. So we've got Nick and Humberstone. We've got Victor, who should be able to do another fast lap as well. Looks like it's a busy circuit at the minute. So just looking at the fitted tyres, Tinus is in the pit and obviously won't be able to make it out in time to do another fast lap. Humberstone goes fastest with a 126.4. Fantastic from Humberstone there. Just winding with Nick. So Nick is going to do a fast lap now and try and knock Humberstone off the top spot for qualifying. The MJ keeps on an out lap, but he's not going to cross the line in time to do a fast lap on those tyres. So MJ Coupe have been classified, obviously, as long as no one else beats that time. And he's in the pit, so GP Alex will stay fifth. Riding on board with Bismarck. Stays all the way to 8 and then drops 2, so that's the third different style that we've seen going through and attacking on the Maggots and Beckett's. Looks like a very tidy lap from this match. So Victor has moved up into 7th with a 126.9 and got down to 8, sorry. So we've got Nick, who has gone fastest with a 126.297, has knocked Humberstone off, and he's 126.4, good stuff in 3rd. We've got Partridge in P4 with a 126, MJ Coupe in 5th. Oh no, White Fountain's gone fastest, White Fountain's gone faster than MJ Coupe. He's up into 5th with a 126.7. So brilliant changes there towards the end of the qualifying. So just to recap exactly what just happened there, we've got Nick, who set the fastest time with a 126.2. Closely nipping at his heels is Humberstone in P2. We can pick up this in a second, guys, in the table comes back. So fantastic racing from the guys there, and also looking at that Maggots and Beckett's, it's going to be really interesting during the race, seeing what's going to happen when there's other racers in close proximity. So there you have it. So we've got Nick in P1, Humberstone in P2, good stuff in P3, Partridge in P4, great from Partridge there on his debut race for Invictus. We've got White Fountain in P5, MJ Coupe in P6, never missing 7, GP1 Alex in 8, Victor in 9, Nizmax in 10th, Aaron J. Spence in 11, we've got Tinus in 12, Lamaro, one of our new drivers, in 13, great effort from him, Steve in 14, Colin J in 15, and Sir Spud in 16. Absolutely fantastic there, guys. Brilliant stuff. Interesting to see what tyres Sir Spud, Colin Steen, the likes of Lamar and tyres do go for. And are we going to get rain, guys? Do you think we're going to have a wet Silverstone, or is it going to stay dry? So if you are joining us for the first time watching Invictus Racing League, then please do publicise our brilliant community. Get the tweet out there about the live streams. They're also available to watch from the Twitch channel and on YouTube. So please, guys, give it a share, give it a like, subscribe. It'd be brilliant if you can subscribe to the Twitch channel, guys. Really important for us to have the subscribers. So let's hope we keep these blue skies coming into the race. I believe we are getting Rudy joining the party, who must have been late for qualifying, so we may be up to 17 races. Fantastic stuff. It's awesome when there's a full grid. And as I've said before, let's just hope the guys can keep it clean and keep those penalties down and just see some hardcore racing all the way to the checker flag. So sorry for the delay, guys. It's probably just some syncing issues. Hopefully they'll get ironed out for when the race starts. So I'll give you your predictions, guys. Who do you think is going to take the checker flag in P1? Hopefully we're going to see some point scoring from Partridge and Lamaro. That'd be great to see on their first race scoring points. So we are getting messages from the drivers saying screen freeze. Bear with us while we just try and sort this out. Ah, here we are, guys, we're back. So it doesn't look like we have Rudy. I did see him joining. But I don't think he has actually managed to join, unfortunately. So as we're going around the formation lap, let's just remind everyone of Silverstone's track. So I do believe we're now coming past turn 5 into the first DRS zone. Down that medium straight that leads down to the tight left of 6. And then the open hairpin of Lovefield, turn 7. So now we take Woodcote, turn 8. I don't bother Nick while he does all this. So coming down the old start finish straight. Oh, look like Nick is about to slide there. Taking Cox Corner, turn 9. And steaming towards Magic and Beckett. This is turn 10, 11, 12 and 13. Very hard on the tyres coming through here, guys. You're going to see some serious degradation coming from tackling this section. And now we're coming round into Chapel of turn 14. The second DRS zone down this straight. Not a very long straight to benefit from that DRS zone. However, it can be useful if you are on the gearbox of the racing you are following. Coming up to Stall, turn 15. And just as you come up to the left of Vale, you get the third and final DRS detection zone. So Sky Survivor's joined us on the Twitch. He says, easy dude. Yeah, hi there. Thanks for joining us, mate. And we've got, I believe, is that pronounced Ha Ha or Jar Jar? I'll say Ha Ha. So Ha Ha is predicting Nick or Humberstone taking the win here, bro. Fair one. I would think you are probably right. I would actually go for Humberstone with my prediction because he is eager for some serious point scoring sessions. He's very eager. So let's just go back, and as we got the lights coming up, guys, lights are about to go out. Lights are out, and we are away. Serious wheel spin from Humberstone there. Oh no, Humberstone went into Partridge, was that? So I think Humberstone got some wheel spin, yet drive-through penalty for GP1 Alex's vehicle into Humberstone, but I don't think it was GP1 Alex's fault there. I may be wrong, guys, don't quote me on that. So we've got Nick still in the lead, good stuff, and White Fountain followed by MJ Coupe. Let's just go back a few races so we can get more of the action. So let's watch from RNG. No, we've got MJ Coupe so we can get the front four. So, Tinus, 5-second stop and go for ignoring yellow flags. So an eventful start to the race so far, but we have still got Nick in first place with good stuff nipping at his heels. White Fountain and MJ Coupe. Victor is leading up from MJ Coupe in 5th, and then we've got Aaron J. Spence following him. Lamaro, one of our new racers joining today, is up into P7 and Tinus in P8. So a bit of a chaotic start there on the home finish straight. It did look like Humberstone got a bit of an aggressive start. I don't know whether he got nudged from the rear, which sent him into a bit of a spin. We don't know, but the stewards will have to have a look at that after the race. So we've lost Steen. Steen has a DNF. Maybe that was something to do with that tussle at the beginning. So we have lost one race so far, guys. Not great to see. However, we have still got 15 eager racers hungry to score points as we come towards the mid-season break. Nick setting the fastest lap so far. So he's set fast on 134.526. Now obviously towards the end of the race we're probably going to see something more like qualifying pace, but maybe 128, 129 for low fuel modes. So it looks like Aaron J. Spencer is moving up onto Victor, giving him some serious pressure. So good stuff's actually coming up on the back of Nick pretty soon. He's within 3 tenths now as he comes down the home finish straight. We still don't have DRS, so bear in mind, guys, they've got one more lap, I believe, until they get the DRS. Now, as close as good stuff is to Nick, I think Nick is going to have a hard time keeping him behind him when this DRS is activated. So White Fountain is having an absolute awesome opening stage of his race. He's nipping on the heels of good stuff, and MJ Coupe also getting in the mix. We have seen these front 4 guys starting to pull away ever so slightly from Lamaro. However, if these guys are battling, remember they are trading tyre life. Could we see the likes of Lamaro, Tinus, Nismax? Also, Victor is in the pits. As he got damaged, he may have picked up some damage, but Victor, 5-second stop and go for speeding in the pit lanes. Race control, DRS is activated. So if they are within 1 second of the racer in front, as they cross the DRS detection zone, they will get the DRS on the following DRS activation zone. So let's see how strong the DRS here at Silverstone. It's quite a fast flowing circuit, so DRS I would imagine will play a big part. Not so much for the last DRS zone that comes across the finish line and towards turn 1. It's a very vigorous accelerating zone coming out of that last turn of 18. Nick has just picked up a penalty speeding under the safety car. So sorry I missed that. We do have a safety car, guys. I believe that is for Aaron J. Spence. I do apologise, guys. I've missed it. Aaron J. Spence is out of the race. So Colin and GP1 Alex did start on the hard tyre, so I imagine they're going to go for a very long hard stint and then back that up with a medium tyre. Or it'd be nice to see a soft tyre. Could they do that towards the end with light fuel modes? It'd be interesting to see what those guys do. Obviously going to try and go as well as possible on those hard tyres. Maybe get to lap 16, 17 on the hard tyre and then switch to a soft tyre. So Nick's come in for some fresh tyres while under the safety car. Could this be? Oh no, Nick has also picked up a 5-second stop and go, speeding in the pit lane. So the guys are finding the pit lane entry quite tricky today. So good stuff is moving up. Our Partridge 5 seconds. So everyone's speeding the pit lane. Come on guys, what is going on? I wonder if that is an issue with not being able to see the start line marker, the pit entry marker. It is quite a tricky entry into Silverstone, but it's not the trickiest. There are more difficult pit entry straights. For example, Spa's. I believe Spa's one of the hardest. So safety car still out. We have just done lap 3, about to complete lap 4. And there we are, our race leader, good stuff in the Haas. Brilliant place for, good stuff to be. So the front runners all the way back to Sir Spud have stayed out so far. All on soft tyres, apart from Sir Spud, who is on the mediums. So it'll be interesting to see where the medium hard tyres play in the strategies today. I'm going to follow this as best I can, guys. But we've got Nick and Partridge who have come out on some fresh hard tyres. The Victor's only done 1 lap on the mediums. Obviously Colin J and Gigo Alex have done 2 laps on theirs and Never Missed doing 2 laps on his mediums. Do they know something we don't? Are they going to try and take the front runner's spot? Of good stuff, White Fountain, Coop, Lamaro and Tynus and Nismax who are on the soft tyre. Be interesting to see what happens here. If you are watching, guys, let us know what you think of the tyres. How it's going to affect the end result, or do you think it is have no effect and we're still going to see are we still going to see those front runners keeping up at the front? So Jamie's saying MJ Coupe, my dark horse for podium. Right, that's interesting. MJ Coupe is quick. We could see that. It will be interesting to see what happens with the lighter fuel loads and what tyre they go on to. I'm still concerned that the likes of Sir Spud, Nick, Partridge, Victor, Colin, GP1 Alex and Nismax and Never Miss are going to use these harder tyres to extend the life as far as they can. So they've got 21 laps to go on those hard and medium tyres, which with this safety car, White Fountain, Coupe, Lamaro and Tynus are all going to have to pit at some point, and with this safety car and they're all bunching them up, this could be pretty smart from the guys that have gone for those harder tyres. So, if my memory serves me correctly, this is the first time we've seen an actual safety car. We've had virtual safety cars in the F2 League. However, I'm pretty sure this is the only time we've seen a physical safety car appearance. You just see how slow it is behind that safety car. You know, usually around 295 kilometres as you come into this turn 11, and you only scrub down to 220 kilometres when you come to turn 13. So safety car is in this lap. So here we are racing again, guys. we've got the Force Indies going wheel to wheel there. Really got stuff from Victor and Partridge, going to keep it clean. So we've got Lamaro, who's right on the back of MJ Coupe. Let's see if we can catch some action from them. I am going to try and get as much of the battles as I can, guys. So Lamaro's just dropping slightly back from MJ Coupe. White Fountain still sitting within half a second of good stuff. So we've got Victor, who's putting some serious pressure on Tynus. He's going on the left-hand side. Can he make this stick round the outside? No, Tynus gets it back. They're getting awfully close there. Brilliant stuff from Victor going wide there, getting the better drive. Brilliant stuff from Victor and Lamar and Tynus here. So, Tynus is now splitting the Force Indias. So I think these guys are settling down for a battle. Let's just check back with Nismax, because he's really close to the back of Colin J. And we've also got Humberstone in the mix. So, Nismax moves to the right. Humberstone's going to get some action. He was looking for the slipstream there. So, these guys are on the hard tyres with Humberstone on the soft tyre. He's got this. Nismax has dropped behind. And there we are. We have got Nismax coming into the pit. Humberstone now over to P10. That's great stuff from him. So, just checking back for the other racers. It looks like we're settling out again. So, let's just check back in with our race leaders. White Fountain and good stuff. Still pretty close there. GP1, we had some penalties there as well. I think it was White Fountain stealing the pit lane, was it? Oh no, White Fountain's out, I do apologise. GP1, Alex was disqualified. Did I see that right then? I'm sorry if I missed that, I misread that, but yeah, GP1 Alex has been disqualified. So he must have received 5 penalties. That's unlucky from GP1. So we've lost 3 races now. We're down to 13. So MJ Coupe is now sitting 1 second back, or 1.1 second back from White Fountain. These guys are all on a soft tyre, as is Lamaro, who's sitting 1.1 second back from Coupe. So Victor is 1.4 back from Lamaro with Tynus on his heels. Let's just see how Tynus is doing against Lamaro. So he's getting in that slipstream, moves to the right. He's going to have the inside line here. Oh no! Victor puts his foot down and goes round the long way round. Oh, we've got Ferraris coming into the pit as well. So Nick is in for a fresh set. He's done 3 laps on those hard tyres. So MJ keeps setting a faster stop of 1:30.789. Oh, Nick's been disqualified also, ignoring a drive-through penalty. So we've lost 4 races. Oh, that's very strange. I don't know what happened there with Nick. So we're down to 12 races, guys. Unfortunate stuff here. So just running through the order of the races as we come into the third distance, 1/3 distance. We've got Good Stuff, who is leading. He's on 7 laps on soft tyres. White Fountain in P2, 7 laps on soft tyres. MJ Coupe in 3. He's sitting within 3/10 of White Fountain now. He's also done 7 laps on the soft tyres, as has Lamaro in P4. And then Victor in P5, 5 laps on the mediums. Tynus in P6, Partridge in 7, Humberstone in 8, Colin J in 9, Never Missing 10, Nismax in 11, and Sir Spud in 12. So MJ Coupe starting to put some serious pressure on the back gearbox of White Fountain. White Fountain is renowned within this season for doing some awesome comeback drives. But MJ Coupe looks seriously hungry as he's putting some serious pressure on him. So the Maro's starting to drop back from Coupe now. He's over 2 seconds. So we've still got, let's flick back. I know White Fountain, I know MJ Coupe is putting pressure on Fountain. We're just going to keep a track of that while I try and get Tynus and Victor. Sir Spud's got a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. So it looks like the field is starting to spread out. So let's just go back and check in with Cooper, see how he's doing against White Fountain. He's seriously close. White Fountain seeing all kinds of Cooper in his mirror. He moves to the right. Oh, and he comes back behind him, thinks nothing of it. White Fountain's going a little bit wide there. I've got the Maggots and Beckett's now. White Fountain getting a bit untidy there. Cube is going to get better acceleration and drive. He moves to the left, does a bit of fake. Right, he's going to move to the left again. Can he go around the outside? He does, he makes the pass. He makes the pass before the corner. Great stuff from Coop there. So, MJ Coop is up into P2 on the same tyre as the leader, White Fountain and Lamaro. Yeah, I agree, Jamie. Great move from Victor there. So White Fountain and MJ Coop still going hard at it. It looks like this is where the action is at the minute. Moving back from these guys, Lamaro's dropped back by 2 seconds. Victor's just less than a second, and then Humblestone is nearly 2 seconds back. Partridge then 1.2. Colin J sitting nearly 5 seconds back. Never Misses putting pressure on Colin. Can we see an overtake here from Never Miss? Newsmax, sorry. So it was my first time. He moves to the left. Can he make this stick? Oh, gets a bit of grass there. Great racing from the guys here. So let's check in with Victor, because he looks like he is closing on the back of Lamaro. Oh, Lamaro drops back. Oh, Lamaro's in the pit, I do apologise. Good stuff, and Lamaro have just come into the pit. So the guys on the soft tyres must be starting to struggle. Humberstone goes fastest with a 1:30.252. That's brilliant stuff from Humberstone to say he's just done 8 laps on those soft tyres. I'm quite impressed with that, so yeah, shout out to Humberstone for that. MJ Cube and White Fountain still 10 laps on these tyres. Are we going to see some movement from these guys soon? So Humberstone is on fresh tyres, coming up to just before the half race distance, and he is on soft tyres, so he's already done 2 stops. It'd be a hard ask to let him go to the end on those soft tyres. They're going to be like bowling shoes towards the end. Yeah, so Humberstone is going to struggle. I'm pretty sure we're going to see Humberstone drop down. So looking at the race changes since the start of the race, MJ Cooper is up 5 positions but is yet to pit. White Fountain up 3 positions, yet to pit. Victor is up 6 positions and has pitted, I believe. Yeah, he's stopped once. Then we've got Partridge has dropped a place, 1 stop, so he's got fresh tyres on. Never Miss is up 1 place. Colin J is up. Here we go. We are seeing White Fountain in the pit. MJ Coop has stayed out, so is White Fountain trying to do the undercut here? Oh, sorry, my apologies. Coop and Fountain have both come in. So the new race leader so far is Humberstone and Victor, who are battling it out. They are trying to take the lead from each other. This is brilliant stuff. They are on different tyres, guys. They are on the soft and the medium tyre. Let's just see what they've done in terms of... So Humberstone's done 9 laps, and also Victor 9 laps, but they're on different tyres. So Humberstone, this is what I was saying about those tyres that he's done 9 laps on. He's going to start getting dead probably around lap 17, I would say. Victor's sitting pretty here. He's on the medium tyre. with 14 laps to go. It's a big ask even of the medium tyre, I think. The hard tyre maybe could do a good 19 laps, but those mediums, I'm not too convinced. So just looking at the guys running back there, we can see everyone is starting to space out. This is where the tyres, the different type of tyre and the degradation, the strategy, it's all going to start playing in. We're going to see a bit of a gap forming, but then we'll probably see it again towards the end, kind of concertina up and start coming back towards each other. So Partridge is sitting in P3, Sir Spud, 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings, unlucky for him. He is at the minute sitting out of the point scoring position, so unlucky. Good stuff set for fastest lap, 129.8, great stuff from him. However, back to Partridge, Tynus, 3-second time penalty. The penalties are coming thick and fast. However, Partridge, 9 laps on those hard tyres. Great stuff there, but he's got another 13 to go, so he will have done 22 laps on those hard tyres. That is achievable, or more than achievable. However, will he still be competitive towards the end? This is going to be interesting, because we're going to see a lot of movements, I think. Humberstone is up into P1 now, followed by Victor, then Partridge. Never misses sitting in P4, 6 seconds back from Partridge. Colin Jay's nipping it at his heels, 1 second back, 11 laps on those hard tyres, so he's got a lot of laps to do. 13, certainly 25 laps of it, or 24 laps. There's a lot, I think it is a lot to ask on those hard tyres. It is achievable, but will they be competitive towards the end? So we are going to see a bit of a shake-up here, guys. So the two Force Indias are racing together, no team orders there. We've got Partridge and Victor both racing for the same team, and they are close together. We've got Partridge, who's done 10 laps on the hards, and Victor, who's done 11 laps on the mediums. So we're going to probably see Victor start to struggle, I would say around lap 20. The series problems will probably start for him. We just to see if they can go to the end. So riding on board with Partridge, who's putting some serious pressure on Victor. Now you see there, as we were watching on board with Partridge, you saw how he kept the revs high to carry the speed through. It looked like if he hadn't have braked and let off, he would have gone into the back of Victor. So again, as I was saying in qualifying about the Maggots and Beckett's, there's many different ways to tackle those series of corners, especially leading towards Chapel of 14. Getting that section as high speed as possible is very important. We did see the speed scrub off of Victor there. So Partridge is up at the P1 as we've got Humberstone pitting in. Oh, brilliant from Victor there. He just slid in on the... Oh, this is fantastic. Let's go to broadcast mode. Try and catch the battles here. That was a cheeky move from Victor there. Went storming in on the right hand side, putting one up. He licked that stamp and sent it. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Taking the provisional lead. But Partridge will have them wings flapping. He will be giving some serious stick to his teammate after that pass. And I think he does it on the left hand side. So we've got Partridge now in the lead. So this is some fantastic stuff from the Force India boys. Brilliant racing. I think we're going to see these boys battle it out to the end. I don't think these guys are stopping again. Looking back on the intervals, have we got any more? So Colin and Never Miss looks like they're battling it out as well. Colin's putting some serious pressure on Never Miss, who's sitting in the P3 position. Colin's done 13 laps on those hards, as has Never Miss on the mediums. So Partridge is flying away now, trying to extend that lead he has over Victor. If Partridge can keep a lead on Victor, I will be very impressed. This is brilliant stuff. So Victor is on the slightly softer tyre of the mediums. They've both done the same amount of laps. Now obviously the degradation of the medium tyre will start to come into play probably around 16, 17 lap life, maybe a little bit more. So it's going to be the closing stages of the race that you start to see that those tyres come out of their optimum range. Partridge could have this. This would be amazing if he could do it. Just checking back on the guys who we've got. So we've got some changes in the midfield. So let's work back from P12. So Tynus is in P12, Surspun 11, Never Miss in 10. Looks like he's just pitted. Humberstone sitting down in P9 on some fresh softs. We've got Nismax in P8. Ooh, looks like he is nipping at the heels of Lamaro, one of our new drivers. Oh, I think he does it. Nismax gets in front of Lamaro. Lamaro goes the tighter line. Oh, bit of a lock up there. Firm but fair racing from Lamaro there. But then also we've got Humberstone getting in the mix. We've got a three-way battle for 7, 8 and 9 here. Humberstone all over the back of Nismax's gearbox. He moves to the right. Fantastic here. So, it's hard to even tell who's in front here. So Lamaro is still leading that little pack there. Brilliant stuff from Lamaro, Nismax, Humberstone. Humberstone switching place with Nismax. Oh, I think Humberstone went wide there and got another penalty. He's getting all kinds of grass there on his tyres. Come on, Humberstone. It's a Formula 1 car, not a rally car. Keep it on the track, buddy. So, Lamaro is looking good here. He's closely followed by Nismax, still battling on. So, Colin J up into P2 now. So, Victor and Never Miss have obviously just done their last stops. That has changed the order somewhat, so we've still got Partridge leaving. Are we going to see Let's see. Oh, we get some action there, I do apologise. So that is White Fountain on MJ Coop. MJ Coop getting some serious pressure from White Fountain. White Fountain's had a very solid drive today. He's only done 5 laps on those mediums, so he's going to the end. He's got 9 laps to do. He's going to be going hell for leather. Tyner's 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. So we are going to see the penalties play effect on the final results of this race. I must admit I'd be getting the similar penalties because I can't keep it on the track here. So we're just getting a message there on the Twitch feed from Nick, who says he got disqualified for not serving his drive-through penalty while serving his drive-through, so it looks like technical issues for the Nick there. I did say when it happened it was a bit strange because he was coming in the pit when we saw him get the penalty. So yeah, unfortunate for Nick there because he was having an absolute stormer of a race. It's always bad when we get dropouts from technical issues, D6, things like that. It does happen, it's online racing. So unfortunate for Nick. So we have lost 4 races today. We've got Aaron J. Spencer, we've lost Steam 13, we've lost Nick, and we've lost GP1 Alex. GP1 Alex, it'll be interesting to know what happened from him. GP1 Alex, if you are listening to the stream, just let us know in the Twitch feed what happened for you, because we didn't quite see why it was disqualification. I think you may have had 5 penalties. If you can confirm that for us, that would be great, just while we're watching the guys coming past half race distance into the final stages of round 6 Silverstone of the Invictus Racing League Formula 2 race. So we've still got MJ Coop putting some getting some serious pressure from White Fountain there. So we've got Nismax as well, who's also putting some pressure on Lamaro. I am trying to switch between the battles here, guys. I do want to try and get... Oh, let's get to White Fountain because he's getting some serious pressure on Coop. He wasn't quite close enough there, but it does look like he's going for the overtake. So yeah, Nick's just confirmed it looks like GP1 Alex has the same issue with the disqualification. So unfortunate for those two races there. Not what we want to see, guys. It's out of our control. It's nothing Invictus does. It is just Codemasters. So unfortunate for those races. However, we have still got some action going on the track. Nizmax and White Fountain battling out there. White Fountain has got past Nizmax. So we've got a three-way here. We've got Humberstone, Limaro and Nizmax all battling it out for that 8th, 7th and 6th position. All on different tyres. So this will be very interesting to see, guys. This is what I was saying at the start of the race when we had a predominant split between the softs and the mediums. The guys will obviously have to think about the end race and what's happening now. We've got 3 races here, all on different tyres. We have got Nizmax, Limaro and Humberstone all on the hards, mediums and soft, and they've all done different laps on those tyres. Nizmax on 14, Limaro on 8 and Humberstone on 4. Now, is that going to equalise out the difference in grip levels of those tyres? Because the harder tyre with less grip has done more, but obviously can go longer. Limaro, 8 laps on those mediums, and then with Humberstone on 4. It's going to be interesting to see how this pans out. Brilliant stuff from Limaro there, he moves right. It looks like Limaro's done it, and Limaro is up into P6. Fantastic stuff from Limaro there. Oh, we got touch. We got a touch from Humberstone and Nizmax. I'm not sure that was a malicious. I think it was just a bit of an unlucky tap, as they were both jostling for position. But there was contact, but Humberstone is on the back of Limaro. Humberstone is on the grippier tyre. He's only done 4 laps. Sorry, he's only done. Oh, this changing places there, very tight going through that corner there. Humberstone is in the lead at the minute, so yeah, Humberstone has taken it back on the grippier tyre. He's on 5 laps on those softs. So as we started to watch this battle, we had Nizmax at the front, then Limaro, then Humberstone. But we have literally had a switch. Oh, it looks like Humberstone and Nizmax are changing again. Oh no, Limaro is dropping back. So fantastic switcheroos there from those 3. Just have a quick recap going from the front. Partridge is still sitting in first on those hard tyres. It's been 16 laps on those hard tyres. So I reckon by lap 23, 24, he's going to see some loss in traction. However, Colin J is sitting a good 9.5 seconds back, who's done more laps. Sitting back from him is good stuff. He was actually nipping at his heels. It's just over 1 second from Colin J. He's done 9 laps on those mediums. So plenty of life left in those tyres. I'm pretty sure good stuff is going to be going flat out on those tyres, using every bit of rubber he can. Try and put some pressure on Colin J and steal that P2 spot. Moving back to White Fountain, who is 6 seconds back. He's done 9 laps on the lead. I don't think we're going to see any change from White Fountain there. However, the penalties may play a part of the finishing times and positions. MJ Coop is sitting just behind White Fountain. So Coop's done 9 laps on his mediums. Again, plenty of life left on those. It'll be interesting to see exactly what we can do in regards to White Fountain. It's been a great race from these 2. Sir Spud's got a penalty, notable warning, so unlucky for Sir Spud. He's getting some of the touchscreen off White Fountain. Does look like he's closing here. Brilliant helicopter shot of Maggots and Beckett's there. DRS is activated for Coop. Will it make a difference? It is a short straight here. Both on medium tyres, both on the same tyre life. We've done the same 9 laps on these tyres. And again, gets DRS down the home finish straight. It's unfortunate the straights here are very short. The longest being the one between Chapel and Stowe. so just on the Twitch messaging board, we've got GP1Ix who's joined us. He's saying I got a drive-through penalty for hitting a McLaren at the start, which I thought was a joke because I couldn't avoid it. I must admit we did see Humberstone get some spin offers there as well. So yeah, so GP1Ix didn't realise that it was a disqualification for not serving it. So unfortunate from the guys there and the disqualifications. So let's recap with the guys. Good Stuff is nipping on the back of Colin J now. He has moved up to the back of Colin J and he's making a move to the right. I think he's going to get this, takes the inside line. DRS was open. So we were seeing DRS making a positive point there because Good Stuff is now up at the P2. Colin J, bear in mind he has done 20 laps on those hard tyres. Even though they are the longer life tyre, you're still going to see some degradation, especially at 20 laps. So let's just keep a track of what Colin J can do in regards to Good Stuff and those tyres. It does look like the guys are starting to slide around quite a bit as we come into the last 3 laps of this race at Silverstone. So let's check in with MJ Cooper, who's still following White Fountain. He's sitting 6/10 back. He's keeping his last few corners nice and tidy, get as close to the back of White Fountain as possible to take advantage of that very short DRS zone. So Monaro looks like he's closing in on Nismat. Let's go to him because it doesn't look like MJ Cooper could get that move pinned. So Lamaro is putting some serious pressure now on this man. So Nick said it'd be great to see Colin J get a podium. I agree, Nick, I really do. He's done a fantastic race, it's been brilliant. So Lamaro dropping back now. It looked like he was about to put some pressure on him, but he has dropped back. So we've got quite big gaps now from the guys. I thought it would be starting to close up, but obviously because those different tyres and the different laps done on those, it's playing a big part in being able to be competitive towards the end. Of course, on a fast-moving circuit, you have got a traction to tyre scenario. If you want to go fast, you're going to have to spend a bit of tyre life, especially when it comes through to the likes of Maggots and Beckett's, which I keep referring to, but it is the focal point of this circuit. Getting those 5 corners right, leading to Chapel, is imperative to get a good time around Silverstone. So let's just check in with Partridge at the front. He's having a brilliant race. He's our newcomer this season. Fantastic race. If he can keep this, he's got 8-second lead of Good Stuff. So if we can get a maiden win from Partridge, I believe we will be getting from me, Squire, a standing ovation. We'll see how it pans out. Colin J trying to push up onto the back of Good Stuff. Sorry guys, let's change that view. It's got a broadcast. So MJ Coop is still half a second within White Fountain. I've not been keeping track of the penalties, guys, because there's always so many of them. We're going to see what happens when we cross the line, but most drivers have been getting penalties. Let's ride on board with MJ Coop because he puts pressure on White Fountain here. I do like to try and keep the broadcast view for you guys, but when we've seen attacks, I do try and go to driver view or pod view. No, he's not close enough. Right, let's go back then. Okay, so just running through the full order, try to scan for some action in the closing stages. We're on lap 25. There's one more lap to go because I've got to go to the Partridge again shortly. I don't think we're going to get any serious action now coming to the last final stages of the race at Silverstone. Don't think we're going to see any more action, guys. I think it's settling down. The tyre life has come to the end of its life. So, riding on board with Partridge, going to start his final lap very shortly. So a very interesting race so far, guys. It was a chaotic start, as we saw. I think it was Humberstone that we saw getting some tyre spin. We've had a few DNFs, a few disqualifications. MJ Coops now 7/10 back from White Fountain. Tell you what, let's just check in before we go back with Partridge. Let's just see if MJ Coops got a full battery compared to... See, Fountain's got a better battery, so we try to see if MJ Coops can stick something on White Fountain into the last few corners. Partridge is way out here, but we'll be interested to see what happens with penalties. I don't remember seeing penalties for Partridge. There are always quite a few. So MJ Coops moves up to within 4/10 of White Fountain on the final lap. White Fountain has come... Oh, the Narrow's got a 3-second penalty. Right, guys, I'm going to go break away from Partridge and just view 2, 3 and 4, because it looks like they are closing up. Yep, we have got some serious action here. We've got Colin J getting pressure from White Fountain, who's also getting pressure from MJ Coop. Let's just watch from Fountain's point of view. We might be able to get both battles here. This is brilliant racing coming into on the final lap. White Fountain moves to the right, gets the inside line for the next corner. White Fountain's up into P3. MJ Coop's up into P4. Oh, MJ Coop goes a little bit wide there. So White Fountain up into P3. Partridge has crossed the line. I believe he has taken the win. So well done to Partridge. White Fountain coming across into P3. MJ Coop gets a 5-second stop, unsafe stop and go. So yeah, let's just see how it pans out. Partridge has dropped to second. So unfortunate for him. So we've got Good Stuff taking the win. Great stuff there, Good Stuff. Partridge in P2, White Fountain in P3, Colin J in P4. We got Humberstone in P5. Fantastic racing from Humberstone there. Let's just go to position change. So Colin J, brilliant 11th place change for him. Fantastic race. Humberstone P5. MJ Coop, who finished where he started in 6th. We've got Nismax up 3 places in P7. Lamaro is up 5 places into P8. Great opening race from Lamaro. Well done, fella. We will go back to the race classification when we get that back. But what a fantastic race we have had from the guys. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Yeah, sorry Nick, I've not been keeping track of the penalties because there's always so many. I'd have to get an abacus out at the end to make head nor tail of it. I'm going to try and devise a system for that, guys. There's your champagne, guys, for the top 3. Great stuff from them. But yeah, I am going to try and get a system sorted for tracking penalties to make it easier in the closing stages of the races. So we're coming into the middle break now. That's 6 races we've had, guys. 6 more races to go. I will run through those later. However, just to classify, we've got Good Stuff taking a win. Well done to him. We've got Partridge in P2. Great maiden race for Partridge. Those wings were flapping. White Fountain in P3. Colin J in P4. Humberstone in P5. MJ Coop in 6. Nisback in 7. Lamaro in P8. Great opening drive from him. Never Miss in 9. Victor in 10. Sir Spud in 11. Tynus in 12. Aaron J Spence in 13. Steen in 14. Nick in 15. And GP Alex in 16. So I do believe the stewards have some work to do regarding what happened in this race. So we will recap that at the start of the next race and how that affects Silverstone. But it's been an absolute fantastic race at Silverstone. Fantastic things from the guys. Absolute brilliant stuff. So I hope you've enjoyed the stream, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the racing as we come into the mid-season break. We've had a lot of races. Well, we've had 6 races so far. Let's bring up my schematics as we give you the second part of the season. So in the first part we had Bahrain and Spain, then Japan and Austria, and then Canada and Britain. We are opening up the second part of the season with China. One of my favourite tracks. Can't wait to see it. I hope you can join us. I'm Energy Dan. Again, guys, if you have been watching, please subscribe to the channel. Please get it tweeted when you get the link. It's a fantastic league. It's a fantastic community, is Invictus Racing. We've got multiple leagues running. It's not just the F2 Equal Performance. So give it a like, guys. Go onto the Twitch channel. Have a look through the videos. And again, I hope you've enjoyed watching today. I have. It's been a fantastic race. So join me again for China when we take on the twisty turns of that circuit. So again, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time. I look forward to seeing you all there.